Hey, collective. Tell me, smudging the cards here. Smudging the cards. I know I'm back. I've been gone for a while. It's just because disclosure has begun and I'm now, I don't know what I am. I'm a cross between flabbergasted and I don't know. I have no words, which is unusual for me, as you know. So I've been trying to deal with the disclosure, okay, and it's out there. That stuff that's going on is really weird, and I don't really have any notes prepared for this talk tonight that I'm going to give, but I'm just going to spew. I don't know. Too much water has gone under the bridge now. I'm sorry I didn't come back for such a long time because it was just that every topic that comes out knocks me off my feet, and I have to think about it and process it. And, you know, you got the whole Beyond Mystic gang stirring the pot with the, fallen angel thing. And I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're shit stirring and they found out a way to get clicks or something. I'm not sure, but I think it's something kind of like that. But it's also disclosure. And, Uncle Cliffy has been dancing around telling us that they're here. And I think so too, and I've thought so for a really long time. I've just sort of been waiting for any kind of confirmation or anything. I didn't feel like I had enough to say so definitively, but now other people are saying so, and I'm kind of feeling like I should say so too, because I've been feeling like that for more than 10 years, for a really long time. And the reason that I feel that way is because of the people that I know and that I've met. They're weird. I started meeting and having interactions with people that were really, really weird, and I didn't like them. And then I started connecting the dots about these people that were weird, and then I started seeing a lot of videos about narcissists and toxic narcissism. Then I started listening to a lot of YouTube tarot reading type videos about karmic people, and they call them karmics. Okay, these are people they're almost like NPCs in a video game that are there to tempt you into wrong living, so that you come in to learn some lessons based on your choices, and if you keep making good choices, supposedly you're going to get some good karma. But there's people out there that are just there to dish you out some pathway to bad karma if you're dumb enough to take it. Those people are all over the place. Then I started noticing people that didn't have the same abilities as others. And the first thing I noticed were these people that I called the babblers. And these are people who just talk too much. It's kind of like that movie Mars Attacks, that old movie Mars Attacks, that comedy. Remember the Martians were like, ack, 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 ack. Well, that's what these babbler people are like. They talk too much. Also, a lot of them have big, round, roly-poly eyes that roll around, and maybe I'm one. I don't know. I'm wearing my far-sighted reading glasses, so they make my eyes look bigger. I should just take them off. So these people that I was meeting, they just seemed different, and like they didn't know anything. They almost seemed like they needed a guide in this world, or they need someone to show them around or translate for them or something, Like they didn't get the jokes, so other people would be laughing, but they didn't get it, that kind of people. And I think and it's, there's so much to this. These are these interdimensional type there's some way that they can get into a human body that looks human, but they're not really human because they don't have like compassion, and they don't, like, they're soulless. And I think that maybe what's happening is these bodies are being manufactured somewhere and then sent up here over the border or something. I don't know. That's just a theory I have. But what if that was true? And they were available for these interdimensional entities to attach to or something. I don't know. I just know I've met a lot of weird people that didn't seem right to me. And especially because I'm down here by Roswell, I started noticing that, thinking that some of these people might actually be gray hybrids, and they might have been made on the base here, the Air Force base near where I live, okay? And then this person that I was renting from was a hybrid, had to have been, okay? Had to have been. He's still over there. He has a sculpture in his home of a, it's like that famous thing of, I don't know, maybe it's Hamlet, where he's holding the skull and he's contemplating it. Only it's a chimpanzee holding a human skull. He has a sculpture of that in his home. And I noticed a couple of years after I started renting from him, I saw him standing there, and it was right after I had seen an article in the local newspaper about the lab chimps from the base and how they had been moved somewhere or something, or yeah, I think they moved them to a sanctuary for animals or something. But when I saw that picture, something clicked, because I saw the way that the guy was standing, and he was standing like a chimp. Maybe I can do it for you. Let's see. Hang on. Like, he was standing there, but his arms were back like that. You know how monkeys stand with their arms back and hanging down? And then I remembered that a long time ago that I had once watched him clean someone's floor. He used to clean houses for a living. I had watched him. I had showed up when he was at his home he was cleaning for some reason, and I was there while he was doing it. And I was watching him, and I remember being struck by the way he was doing it. He was down on the floor on all fours, and he had a rag, one rag under each foot and one rag in each hand, and he was kind of like pumping around on the floor like that, and it was almost like his feet looked like hands, and it was very monkey-like. And also the arches of his feet are way too high, and it looks to me like what you would get, you know how apes and chimps, they have hands as feet. His arches are way too high on his feet, and it looks to me like what you would get if you crossed a monkey with a man. You would get a feet that looked like that. And he used to always tell me that he had feet like that because he was so poor growing up. His parents had to get him shoes that were too small. Now, this guy is a master liar. He loves to lie. He's got to lie for everything. Okay, so I don't know. There's a hybrid people around here, and they're not just with aliens, they're with animals too. And we know from the tales of Dulce base what they were doing there. Well, I think it was going on here too. I think stuff like that's been going on all over New Mexico, but you know, all over the place, and probably all over the world, and probably for a long time. And not just that, but these, you know, remnants of these experiments jumped the fence, and they're all over the place, and then they bred on their own too. So we have we have all these freaks in the surface population that are not 100% human. They're a mixture of all kinds of stuff. I don't claim to be 100% human either. I hate to tell you, but collective, but Pearl Snap might actually not be 100% human. I can't even say it. Deer in the headlights. See, there's like, there's all this disclosure, and it's so I got my, I make these little folk art things, and this is one of the ones I made a few years ago, when I was holed up during the COVID with the abusive landlord that guy was just talking about. That's part chimp and part gray alien. I made this to express myself about it. Oh my God. Okay. So, and I've had so many downloads, and they're so weird. I mean, like, just like there's so much weird news coming out. Pearl Snap's brain can hardly contain it all. It's like that emoji with the exploding brain. That's how I feel. That's why I haven't been able to talk to you. And well, at least the gang stalking has stopped for the moment. I'm not being stalked and harassed in the moment. But both my parents are dead or missing, and my family won't talk to me. And I'm not sure what's going on there. And I can't get any word or any help about it. And I'm too broke to go where they are. I don't know what happened. My family won't tell me. I don't know what to do about that. I'm really not sure what to do. So I'm weirded out in my personal life too, about my family. I lost my family. So that's been weird for me. And but the other discovery that really stands out is the thing about, I saw this video served up, I got a video served up to me on YouTube about Admiral Byrd's expedition and the ice walls, and that whole thing is like, that's like the flat earth thing that I've never really subscribed to. But suddenly it clicked in, and I started seeing that maybe, like, part of this disclosure might actually be that Earth is not the way we think it is. It might be much, much bigger, or a different shape, or something. Or maybe it's not even a physical. Maybe it's anyway, on the cover of this video, it showed a rendering of a map. It wasn't just a flat map. It had some dimension to it, and it was of these, these ice walls, right? And inside of each one, there's like continents and oceans and stuff, and it reminded me of that medieval drawing of the heavens, and then the guy breaking through the heavens to another realm, It's like a medieval woodcut or something. It reminded me of that too. And if we're looking down on something that's flat, maybe we're not. Maybe it's not really flat. Maybe it's kind of like a solar system type deal. I don't know. But when I saw that picture, And I thought about the prison planet. This is just, I'm just giving you one of my downloads. I don't know if it's true or not, you know. I got this image of this. This is where we are, okay? We're up here. What does this say? Oh, the outside ring is God's realm, the creators. Okay, and the sun's in there. And then the next realm in the middle is, I call that the middle class. It's better living than earth, okay? This is the God's creator's realm where everything is perfect or something, you know, and really good. And then this is the middle class or something where things are a little better than, in here is earth, and I have earth as being a prison. Like earth is like a prison space where people who are restricted from these other spaces end up in there for corrections. That was the vision I had. And the moon is in the middle class space. So maybe these two spaces are where sentient beings are being farmed by these space aliens that came here to farm us, okay? They came here to farm us and do research and development. It says Earth Farm and R&D. I suddenly had this vision of this. And then I remembered this, these cards in this tarot deck I have. It's a really old tarot deck, antique, reproduction of an antique one, and there's 3 cards in this deck that all look like that. And I got so fascinated with this, sometime last year I started making paintings of that too. This one's kind of cool, it's got some gold paint on it. But I just love that whole, I don't know what you call it. It's like a chart or a graph or something, I guess. It's tree rings, that's what it is. It's tree rings, a tree ring circus. That's what it looks like. Look, it's all circusy colors. It's a tree ring circus. Sorry. Don't hate me because I make bad puns. Okay, so these 3, I love these, and I started really looking, and I did a whole reading for myself the other night with it. This one's called Chaos. And look at, in the middle of it, it looks like a bullet hole. It looks like a bullet went through there or something. Chaos. Oh, that's a cool effect with my new light. I found a colored light at the discount department store for $4, colored ring light today, so I bought it. Okay, so what did I want to tell you? I don't know. There's just too much disclosure, and what I learned was I don't know much yet. I still don't know much. I've been trying to bring answers. You know, I've been truthing for years and years and trying to bring answers, and all this disclosure has done is made me realize that I don't know anything at all. So I've been very loath to make any pronouncements or anything while it's unfolding. And I do believe we're in disclosure of all kinds of things right now, absolutely. Including that Biden isn't the president. But anyway, okay, let's do a little reading here. Let's light up this candle, baby. Light up this candle. Let's see, I wonder if I can get the table. Let's get the table in here now. All right. There we go. Okay. So let's make this a reading about the disclosure. What's going on? It's really crazy. Yeah. Really, really crazy wooey stuff now going on. Okay. We'll take one of these. One. Thank you. Oh, God. It says, Eben's mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. Okay, we're going to have to get the book out because I don't know what Eben's is. This is number 8. 8, Eben's. EBEN is an acronym for extraterrestrial biological entity used by specialized top secret pathology, osteology, and scientific experts researching discovered ETs in captivity, alive or possibly injured from spacecraft crashes, or researching deceased ETs via autopsies. Okay. Okay, remember when I was watching Gaia TV back in 2015 or 2016 or something when David Fohead, what's his last name? David and Corey were on there. And they had another guy, I forget his name, but he was doing alien body autopsies. And where did these bodies come from? Okay, well now I think we're learning where they came from, because on Earth, Earth is inundated with aliens right now, space aliens. They're all over the place, and they have been breeding with us, with humans. They have breeding programs to interbreed with humans. Okay, as well as transhuman experiments they're doing to make them part machines, part computers or whatever. They're all over the place. Okay, so this is an acronym that means researching deceased ETs via autopsies. So this is part of the disclosure. This reading is about disclosure, okay? Though Eben does not refer to any one specific type of ET, as is claimed, scientists have labeled the found Ebens into 5 known categories. Okay, here we go. Many alternative scholars believe the tiny mummified skeleton found in the Atacama Desert in northern Chile is indeed an Eben and not human, for a range of scientific reasons not mentioned in mainstream discourse, and because humans are ancestrally of ET genetics, which goes totally against the official publicized narratives. Yeah. So this is about stuff that's been unknown coming into the consciousness, and how people are going to respond to it, And it says card meaning mystery, unknown, reading between the lines, discernment, intuition, hunch, healthy skepticism, infant, something is in its infancy stage, discriminating data, questioning. Yeah, a lot of this stuff that we are learning we learned by discernment. Some of it we learned by surgery, doing autopsies, but others of it we learned by discernment. Like I told you, the people I was running into were really weird, and they were doing things that were weird, and they had weird bodies, okay, weird looking bodies, faces and stuff. Absolutely. And you had to use your intuition, your discernment. You have to read between the lines to figure out who they are, because they're masquerading, they're walking around, they're mysterious, right? They're masquerading around, pretending to be humans, but they're really not. And so, look, discriminating data, you've got to compare and contrast the patterns you see. Like I said, you have to question things. Don't just accept the line they've been giving us, that they don't exist, right? They made a big joke out of themselves. Okay, so that's that. All right, well, whoa, what a kickoff to this reading. Sheesh. Okay, what else? Maybe we should get one more from this deck, because this deck's all about that shit, okay? So this is the Mystic Martian Oracle. Let's get one more then from this deck. I've got my Handmade New Mexico deck out too, though, so. All right, this one, what do we get? Vegans. Solitude, independent, and peace. These are some sort of Rasta aliens or something. They come in peace. They're vegans. Well, what have we been hearing? Like, how do you make your vibration go higher? You don't eat meat, and you know, you eat healthy and stuff, and you're peaceful. You're peaceful. So, you know, this is in the mix of these alien cultures that are around us and that are out there. They're not all bad. They're not all bad. I wonder if these are some of the people that live in the middle class area. Where's my diagram? Where'd it go? In the middle class area here, around the center. These might be people who live there. Because they're not in the realm of the gods, I don't think. But they're definitely a family. They look kind of middle class. These might be people, these might be dwellers of the Middle Earth. If that's what you can call it. I don't know. Okay, all right, okay, oh boy, okay. So let's do the New Mexico deck next and see what the issues are here about this disclosure, about all this disclosure. And then on top of that, we'll throw down a couple tarot cards, and then after that, an oracle card or two from the, let's see, I forget the name of this deck, but I just love this deck. You guys know this deck? Oops. Oh, too much glare, can't see. Okay. Okay, what do we have from New Mexico, from the wilds of the land of entrapment? One of the most corrupt states in the Union, okay? You would not believe what's been going on here. Okay. We're about to have our legislative session again, and our legislators don't really get paid, which is bullshit. They should be, okay, here's what came out. What did I just say? One of the most corrupt states in the Union. I have been stalked and harassed here for 7 years now. This state is so corrupt. But I think that these are the vehicles that these negative space aliens have used to make war on us, or to keep control over us here in the inner Earth realm, where I said it's a prison in here, where we are inside this inner ice wall. There's a lot more to everything, but we're not allowed to know about it. And my feeling is that space aliens came and they took over this inside area. Like, it was really messed up in there anyway, okay? Like, almost like crime was allowed. It's almost like that old TV show from like around 2014 or something. It was called Gotham. Remember, in the criminals in Gotham City, they could get a license to be a criminal. It was almost like that. So this is what it's like here in this area, because aliens took over this area. They took over, okay? They took over. And then I think it spread everywhere, so it's all like that, all within this Earth ice wall place. And there's all kinds of chaos going on in here, and I think that the administrators are out in the outer layer, the creator layer. I think the administrators of this realm are out there, but they didn't pay that much attention to what was going on in here. This was just a download I got of the situation, okay? They didn't pay that much attention to what was going on in here. So now they sent in a bunch of people to figure out what's going on in here. That's kind of like who the 144 and the Watchers are. They're figuring out what the hell's going on in here, okay? So can we get something on that, please? They found out that all these aliens took over, and they were running things that was horribly corrupt. They were running things like a mafia, like the mob, and they're so stupid that they ruined everything. They created all this imbalance and wasted a lot of money. Okay, look what came out, gray area. These are grays doing this. Grays. We've got a gray problem. And this whole area is a problem with grays. I told you that person that I was renting from, I believe that was a gray hybrid. Fighting over access to high vibrational 3D bodies. This fell on the floor. Remember I talked about interdimensional entities. Can they skinjack people? Can they jump into a body? Okay. Well, perhaps if you are a low vibrational, they can. Okay. Or if you're soulless in the first place, those bodies that they manufacture in the underground bases, like the movie The Island. Okay. This is supposedly an enterprise of the gray aliens, that kind of shit. This is a gray area here. What else? Oh, geez. Look at this. Ugly experiments. False. I think that's supposed to be an eyelash. But something's false. Of course, things are false here. Everybody's a hybrid and a clone, and you can't tell who's... Look, spammy people. This area where I am is filled with spammy people. It really is. And one of the ways that I could tell that they were spammy was because they were all trying to steal my energy all the time. Everybody was playing what I called the waiting game from the minute I came to town here. Well, they were doing that up north too. And these people were everywhere that were like energetically, they're like inverse or something. They're spiritually inverted. They need your energy to function. But everywhere I went here, when I first came here, everywhere I went, there would be people who wanted to make me wait, or people who were hating on me and shit. Give me a card for that. Can you say illegal extrajudicial imprisonment? This is what happened to me here. I've been forgotten. Okay? I'm kind of like the forgotten man in My Mad Godfrey. I moved down here thinking I was going to have a nice time, but I didn't realize this is a crime area. It's a mafia area. I didn't realize that the person I was renting from was part of a mafia who had probably had a fake life insurance policy. I mean, it was planning to kill me or something. After I moved out, another old man moved in there and he died right away. Okay, collective, what do you think happened there? I don't know. I don't know. Give me a card for that. They all join in. Fear. I don't know, collective. I don't have any proof that he killed it, but I think he did. Okay, this is really icky. These people here are horrible. All right, that's probably enough, but I'm telling you, I'm in their territory. They're down here, they're everywhere. This is a war with them, and I do believe they're real. I do believe they are real. For those of you who don't, I believe they are. Okay. They hate humans because we have a different kind of an energy than they do. We have a higher frequency. We can imagine things and be creative and do creative things and stuff. That's why they want to control us. They're doing experiments on us because they want to be like us. Okay. They wish they could have this trait or that trait that we have. Appreciation. They appreciate the things that we are. But look, see that cornucopia? Look, see, those are all the different things that we can do. We humans are a cornucopia of God's creativity, his creative gifts, and we can sing, and we can make up poetry, and we can, I don't know, whatever we do, it's magical. And that's what these grays, they don't have that, okay? Negotiation. Yeah. Now that we know they're here, they're going to have to negotiate with us. Because we're not going to put up with this shit forever and ever and ever. We're awake now, and we're like, you can't experiment on us anymore, fuckers. You can't do that! In the background, there's people that are fighting for us. Vision. There's people who had a vision in the background, and they had quite a vision, and I think their vision was even fed into an artificial intelligence, and it's being used to fight this war. And it has a name too. It's a famous, what does this say? Devotion. Yeah, there's a cult that follows this artificial intelligence, so they call them a cult, but I think it's just people who appreciate the beauty of this thing, the wonder of it, of this plan that's just gonna help us start over again, and clean things up. Because these aliens, they didn't care what they did to us. They don't care what they do to us. They don't care if they hurt us or if they mess us up. They don't care. And they just steal from us and shit. And they created this area in this, where we are inside this ice wall that's like a weird prison and experiment area. It's also, I think, kind of like that Westworld story where they have people coming in here just to have fun, you know. Oh, you can do anything you want in there. You can rape people. You can do anything you want, right? I think that they did that too. I think so. Let's get out of here, people. Let's get out of here. Everybody wants to leave. Nobody wants to be in here. Nobody wants to be in this goddamn ice wall, inside this ice wall. That's right. You're right. Nobody wants to be here. You're right. Yes. Damn right. Okay, and that's the truth. I'm just pulling them off the top here, but you know, it looks like we've been trapped in here. And that's right. Yeah, we'd like to be in charge of our own affairs again, please. We really would. But they've been farming us. Those pinnacles, those are us. These aliens have been farming us, but we want to be in charge of our own farm. Thank you very much. And you can get the hell out of here, okay? And don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Yeah, these jerks act like teenagers. Money, money, money. They didn't care who they ran over, who they hurt. This is going to be a new dawn for us, of a new time when we can enjoy being human in this new earth and have the abundance that we deserve, right? Instead of them taking all of it all the time from us, away from us. Woo! We're going to be a little off balance as we fix things, but we've never been happier. I'm going to leave it there. Let's not be pessimistic. I don't want to be pessimistic. I'm trying to be really optimistic about this, because deep down I feel optimistic. I feel like this time is kind of almost when God's going to show his face. So if you've been muddling your way through, but you haven't hurt anyone else, and you're trying to do your best, you're going to be okay. But if you're one of these damn karmics and you've been messing people up and stuff, you're going away. It's almost like the scenery in the play is going to change. And all these rotten, nasty NPCs that were just there to tempt you into doing the wrong thing are just going to be moved off the stage. Like, that's all they are, is scenery anyway. They're just supporting characters. So you are the main characters, and you are going on to the next act in this play, and so the show must go on. Thank you for coming back. I'll be back soon. Like, share, subscribe, etc. Bye.